What's happening, family? Dr. Joe here, doing a spiritual, mental, and emotional breakdown of personal transformation. That's what we stand for here at the 4-Day Turn Up and the Journey process. It's not a weight loss program, it's a transformational process. It's very, very spiritual. People who are looking to transform themselves are basically looking for spiritual unearthings, personal reflections. It's basically an inward journey. And once a person goes on that journey and they make various adjustments, then the byproduct of those adjustments and explorations manifest in physical changings and change, i.e., weight loss. If you look at the person that's attached to this particular video, Aracelia, and I hope I'm saying her name correctly, she's a butterfly, which means that she came through the 40-day turn up and she graduated from the Journey 3.0. Now, one of the keys and one of the things that we stand for here at 40 Days with Dr. Joe, the 40-day turn up and the journey, is creating philosophical approaches for people who are looking to transform, to give you a different perspective on what you could potentially see. And one of the things that I've seen in my 10 plus years in this lane is one of the biggest things that working on yourself will do, changing your way of living, mind, body, and spirit, is confidence. Confidence is something that every human being needs to be their best possible selves. It increases every single element of life, and it's important. Now, just take a look at her picture. All right, look where she started. Beautiful woman. She's smiling, great smile. But look at the now. You know, not only does she look physically better, but you can just see that she's in a completely different place. She's in a different space. And the reason why she's there is because the confidence that a person is the recipient of when you are working on yourself is something you cannot buy in a store. You can't get it in buying designer. You can't get it in just meeting a new person, a new man or woman. You can't get it in being promoted at your job. It's an inward thing. It's spiritual. It's mind, body, and spirit, and they converge all at the same time. Now, the reason why I want to talk about confidence, and I want to use this beautiful woman that has taken the time to show us her before and after and salute her, is I want you to understand the elements of confidence. First, the first thing confidence does is it allows you to connect with yourself. And when I say yourself, I'm talking about the real self, the self that God made, the self and the part of you that isn't flawed, that isn't traumatized, the self that you are supposed to be, that oftentimes doesn't come to the forefront of who we are because we've allowed trauma and issues and bad relationships and emotional baggage to hold us down. You see, when you're working on yourself and you're losing weight and you're eating healthily and you're doing things that you know you need to be doing, it creates a different spiritual manifestation called confidence. And what it does is it helps you to return to who you were. That's why people feel youthful again. They feel like I'm a child again, like I'm younger. Not that I'm reversing in age, but that I'm going back to a place before I was the person that life has kind of bogged down. And see, when you interact with that true self, you know, it brings up something on the inside of you that is absolutely amazing. The second thing confidence does, and you can see it in this picture, is it allows you to be bold. One of the reasons why confident people are successful is because confident people believe in themselves more than people who are not. All right. It's like the guy who is toothless and he'll talk to the prettiest girl in the room. Maybe 10 of them will tell him no, but 9 of them will tell him no, but one may say yes. You may think he's unattractive. You may think he does, you know, he looks silly, or that he's too short, or that he's not on her level, or whatever the situation is, but he doesn't believe it. That's what confidence does. Confidence gives you a boldness. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her before and look at her after. Look how she's posing. She feels differently. She looks differently. She's in a different energetic presentation of herself. You know, she's feeling herself. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. You can humbly feel yourself. And what happens is when you work on yourself and you get this thing called confidence, All right. Not only are you connecting with your true self, but you become bold. But also, and the last thing I want to say about this to keep this brief is when you get confidence, you give off a different vibe. Your vibe is different. You know, there's some clothes you'll wear when you're feeling confident. There's some places you'll go when you feel confident. You know, there's some things you may try. And see, what happens is when you give off a different vibe, that's where the whole saying that says you are who you attract. You know, that's what that means, because when I'm confident and I'm giving off a different vibe, and I feel good about who I am, the more I feel better about who I am, the less I care about what others think of me. And it's the not caring about what others think of me that allow me to be more authentic. Maybe I'll wear some clothes. I remember one time I was going out to the grocery store, and I had on socks that didn't match, right? I didn't care. And then at the end of the day, you know, I got folks complimenting me on an outfit that I had on that didn't match, but it was because I just didn't care what people thought and just didn't feel like changing my socks at the time. It's a vibe that you get. So shout out to this butterfly and thank you. We salute you. Uh, um, what a great before and after. And we're going to have more breakdowns like this, because at the end of the day, you know, it's not just about losing weight. It's about mind, body, and spirit. It's about understanding that all transformations in life start in a spiritual place, you know, and God has made us who we need to be. And all we have to do is we need a little direction, a little guidance. And that's what we do here at 40 Days with Dr. Joe, if it's the 40 Turn Up or the Journey 3.0. So to all my graduates in the past, all my future participants, we salute you. Peace.